Hey, good morning, and welcome to Simply Irresistible with Yolanda Lewis. Today, we've got a super hot topic for you, and that topic is all about branding and telling your brand story. That's what we're talking about today. Because here's the thing: when it comes to the question of, let me ask you it like this: Have you ever got the question of, "What's your book about?" or "Tell me more about your book," and you can't answer it? Hey, good morning, J. Kyle. And you can't answer it? That is why we need to talk about your brand story because you need to be able to answer very simply, very succinctly what your book is about so that you can then get buy-in from your audience. Because here's the thing, people want to buy from people, right? Especially with all that's going on right now. That's more highlighted now more than ever. They want to buy from people. So when you're looking at your brand story, you are looking at how to tell it in a way that connects with people so that they want to hear more and buy from you, whether it's your book and all the other great stuff that you have to offer. Because here's the thing, what you have to offer doesn't just stop at your book. All right. So I want to give you 3 things to think about when you're looking at your brand story. All right. When you're looking at your brand story, the first thing you want to look at is what you want to be known for. All right. What do you want to be known for? We think in terms of the big message, right? We think at the 50,000 foot level, and that's not bad, but there's always time and opportunity for you to look at things and think about it from the 10-foot level. Okay, because that's the level that people are going to understand you on. So you have to get clear on what you want to be known for. That's going to help you tell your brand story. What you want to be known for, right? I had that issue because I am the author of 9 books, and in me being the author of 9 books, it took me a while to figure out, well, what's my one message? Like, what's my one story that makes all of these books be harmonious to each other and these messages be harmonious to each other? What makes that happen? And I didn't know for a long time. It wasn't probably until I would say maybe the 8th or 9th book where I realized, you know what? My one message is about transformation, right? Because here's the thing, even though I'm an author helping you as an author brand and sell and next level or level up your authorpreneur business, I'm an author as well. And I have my own message that's separate from this. So that's the thing too. You might have a message that is separate from what you currently do right now. So if you work a 9 to 5, that's okay. You still want to know what you want to be known for. That is absolutely key and critical. So it took me some time to figure that out. But once I did, I was able to say, okay, now that I know what I'm good at is strategy and branding and marketing, I can package that up to better serve my audience, my author audience in this way. I'm a publisher. That's what I do for a living. So I can better serve or best serve my audience by helping them to navigate through putting together the proper strategies and the proper branding that needs to be in place so that they can pivot to the next level, right? But then I have my own message. So all the stuff that I am telling you guys, I actually do. I implement on my own for myself for my message. And my message has to do with mental health. So you might see this face in different aspects. So it's me, but it's me in different paths. And that's not a bad thing. It just needs to be clear because the audience that I serve for mental health is usually just women. The audience that I serve for publishing and branding and strategy is a mixed audience. It's men and women, married and single. It's a whole bunch of things. Whereas on the women's side, it's mostly it's married or single women, but it has to do with mental health and feeling like you're enough. Going from being never enough, feeling like you're never enough, to going to the feeling of knowing that you're always enough. All right, so that's my personal message. But I had to get clear before I got there. What's the harmonious message exactly? I had to get clear on what I wanted to be known for. The harmonious message comes in for me. So the harmonious message is, it's two harmonies, right? I won't get too vocal and musical because I'm not. And I know you are. But with harmony, you want to look at what flows in the same stream, right? What flows in the same stream. So for me serving authors, as a publisher, what flows in that stream is me helping them with branding, is me looking at all the things that they are missing after they publish their book. So yes, I've helped them publish their book, but they are missing so many other things in that regard. So the harmony there is that, all right, as a publisher, I'm also providing this extra service. Then there's a harmony with regard to the me, right? My own personal message. And from there, I'm able to blend all the other things that I talk about with regard to personal development, with regard to mental health, with regard to self-esteem, and blend that in that path. So there is a harmonious message, and you can have more than one. It just has to be clear for the audience you serve. All right. So in order to get there, you've got to know what you want to be known for. All right. What do you want to be known for? What do you want people to come to you for? The one thing that people will always come to you for, what is that? That's what I want you to think about. That's what you have to have as a part of being able to tell very clearly, very concisely, your brand story. All right. Then you need to know who you are telling the story for. Who you are telling the story for. That is going to dictate how you tell the story, what messages need to be included or shouldn't be included. All of that is a part of you knowing who you're talking to. Right? So if I'm talking to children and my message has to do with children, and then I go to shift to speaking to adults, well, I can't talk to them in the same way that I would talk to children. They, one, might be horribly insulted. And number two, they might check out because they're not present to the language that I would be using that is effective in talking to children. So it's important to know, who are you telling your story for? When you think about that, I want you to think about who needs what you have to offer, right? This goes back to other Simply Irresistible Lives that we've done. You can go back in the archives and check it out. But it goes back to you knowing who you're talking to and what problem you are solving for them. What problem is your message? Does your brand, and then by extension story, solve for your buyer, solve for your audience? You have to know that. All right. And then the last thing that you need to know is being able to how to be able to involve your customer into your story, into your storyline. So you'll use additives if you're telling your story, let's say verbally. And this happens even if you're telling it from a written standpoint, whether it's on your sales page or even in the last part of your book in terms of your bio that might be in the back, or your intro. You're going to engage your audience. You're going to help them to connect with you and the story. Even if they can't relate, people can always understand. So they might not have had the exact same experience as you have had in whatever element of your life that your brand story is connected to, but they will always be able to understand if you help them to do that. So let me give you an example. If I say, hey, even just use an example of branding and sales and marketing, right? That might not be familiar language to you, and that's okay. But if I say, all right, imagine yourself at the pool. Everybody's been to the pool. Everybody's been swimming. Everybody knows how it feels, the cold of the water when it hits your face. Everyone knows how it feels, the splash that you try to get away from. Everybody knows what you're supposed to wear. Everybody knows what you're supposed to wear when you go swimming, the proper attire. So if you use general examples like that, you'll be able to bring in their understanding even if they can't relate. All right? Even if they can't relate, you'll be able to bring into it their understanding. So those are the three things that are very important for you to make sure that you know when you're telling your brand story. They are, number one, know what you want to be known for. Know what you want to be known for. Number two, know who you're talking to. And number three, make sure you engage them into your storyline. All right, whether you're doing it written or verbal. And throughout the rest of this month, I'm actually going to be breaking down what that brand story actually, how you tell it, right? There's elements of the brand story very similar to how you tell a book story. Similar but not the same. It's similar but not the same. So I want to walk you through the difference so you're very clear, so that as you are getting ready to let people know your book is coming and you're excited about it and they're excited about it, you're communicating in a way always consistently that tells the story of your brand and not just about your book. And so with you knowing your brand story, it's going to also help you to know how to tell what your book is about and connect and merge the two. So if you've got questions on that, comment below, because like I said, we're going to do training the rest of this month on and spend a lot more time than we normally do on our lives. Going through the elements of a brand story and how you position that, where you put it, all that good stuff. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and put a fire emoji below so I can make sure that you are invited to that training. That training will be free for the first time, but the next go round, it will have attachment to it, a cost investment, because it's important that you invest in you just as I'm investing in you, and I've invested in me, and I've taken courses and things to help me to up level my knowledge. So make sure, awesome, I see the fire coming in. Make sure that you comment below that you're interested, and don't forget, next week starts our challenge, our irresistible offer, simply irresistible offer challenge, just for authors, because authors need an offer ladder too. Hey, good morning, Dr. Marilyn. Authors need an offer ladder too, and it doesn't stop at your book. And once you can realize and have your mind open to the fact that you're not stuck just having one book to sell, or stuck in the tread of, I got to put out something else, I got to put out something more, I got to keep putting things out and driving yourself crazy. No, this is strategy to this thing. There's a strategy to this thing. And that's how you are able to up level your whole author business. That's how I'm helping you to think in terms of an author business as a whole, and not just one book. That's just one element. And trust me, you've got so much more incredible things to offer. So I'm happy that you were able to join this live this morning. And you're gonna see more of me this week. How about that? And then all next week you're gonna see me, because we're gonna be doing our Simply Irresistible live challenge right here in the group. There'll be worksheets and homework, and I'll be looking for you to contribute, because this is not for me. This is for you. I'm here for you. You're so welcome. I'm here for you. And in order to make this machine move and work, you've got to let me know how you need that help as I'm giving it. So engagement is absolutely critical. And my son, because I'm a mom, I'm a mom of two guys, wife of one king, he's letting me know it's time for him to be picked up from basketball and on to the next practice. So I'll be uber momming the rest of this early morning. But I want to hop on really quickly and share with you guys the importance of knowing the three elements that you need to have in telling your brand story, so that you can start to think about those things and position yourself ready for communicating with your audience and really serving them and their highest good. All right. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week. If you need me, I'm always here. Comment below, and I'll see you again real soon. Thanks. Bye.